Okay, I'm out here in the fur shed. The lighting's terrible. This is how I bleach a skull, a European mounted skull. After it macerates for 10 days, then I will soak it for 2 days in a 5-gallon bucket with Dawn dishwashing liquid. After that, I pull it out and put it in this little tub that came from the dollar store, and I'll fill these little Ziploc baggies up with water to displace, so I don't have to use as much hydrogen peroxide. Then I go to Kroger's and get a turkey bag that you roast a turkey in, and I put the skull in that. You want to zip tie the antler burrs really good. You want to double up, fold it around, and zip tie it, because you don't want to get any hydrogen peroxide on your burrs in through there. That is, you go to the dollar store. And I noticed after COVID now, like everything else, they've jacked up the price from 80 cents to now $1.30 a container. It takes 2.5 quarts of hydrogen peroxide to do a skull. You fill that bag up and you're going to leave it for 2 days, and it will come out it'll come out looking pretty, all bleached out. And it sanitizes it, and all the odor will be gone because we did macerate this for 10 days. That's how I bleach a skull out. I don't use the paste. I don't go to the beauty salon. I just use just go to Dollar General and just get some regular old hydrogen peroxide. 2.5 quarts is all it takes to bleach a deer skull out. Got some work to do here, buddy. Gotta. I don't know if you guys want to see the video or not, but we got a bunch of traps that we need to clean and re-dye and re-wax. They all caught. Okay, on day 2, we're going to open the bag up and we're going to put a blue paper towel over the top. The problem is you can't fill it all. You can't get hydrogen peroxide on the burrs, or it'll take the patini off of them. You can sit here with some Dawn on a toothbrush and make those burrs look just like that. That is just dirt and tree bark and the sap from trees and everything when they're rubbing. So you just want to put a blue paper towel over it like that. We still got half a quart there, and we're going to pour that on that blue paper towel, and capillary action will keep it wet because we're going to seal it back up. That'll make sure the top gets good and bleached too. Okay guys, there you go. So after it soaks for 2 days in the hydrogen peroxide and we pull it out, then we put the jawbone in what's left of the hydrogen peroxide to bleach it out. But as you can see, it's nice and white. And what I like about the maceration method is you can see the concha inside the nasal cavity. Look at that detail. Isn't that pretty? I mean, look at that. The septum and the concha. And we didn't mess the burrs up at all. See that? What really disappoints me about this 10-pointer, I thought this was a 4.5 or older deer because it was gray. When we get to analyzing the teeth, it's not. So the first thing to note is the 3rd and 4th tooth. The first molar, the 3rd and the first molar, 3rd and 4th teeth, there should be wear right in through here on a 4.5-year-old. They should have a little bit of wear down where they're starting to wear down. The next key is the 3rd molar, the 6th tooth. The back cusp should be angled back where it's got wear, where this is starting to wear down. And as you can see, there's no wear pattern going down at this point. This tells me, without pulling the teeth and sending them off to have them sectioned, that this is a 3.5-year-old 10-pointer. So next year we're going to have to up the bar to ensure it's a 4.5-year-old. I guess we have to make sure it's a 12-pointer, because this is a 3.5-year-old 10-pointer. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a 4.5-year-old? I don't think it is. I mean, you can start to see a little bit of wear on the 6th tooth, the 3rd molar, but it's not angled like. That's my conclusion. This is a 3.5-year-old. But see, all the This macerated for 10 days. And then we soaked it for 2 days in a 5-gallon bucket with Dawn dishwashing liquid. And we didn't power wash it. We didn't take a garden hose to it. No, nothing. We did shake it a little bit in the bucket, the 5-gallon bucket with Dawn, but turns out pretty good, don't you think? So there you have it. We didn't boil it, didn't use any propane, just macerate for 10 days with a fish tank heater at 90 degrees, 2 days in hydrogen peroxide after we degrease it for 2 days. Oh, there's a better view of the concha inside the nasal cavity.